Hey everybody, let's do another real talk. I feel like I'm on a vibe this week. Today I want to talk about the inner war. Ever since I was a kid, there was always one part of a song that always rang in my head. It's by Mobb Deep, and the quote is, "There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever." This line, like, when people come to me with their problems and stuff, I give them this line and they're like, "Hey man, I appreciate that, but what's an old Mobb Deep lyric gonna mean to my life?" And I'm like, "Bro, you gotta sit with it, you know?" And that's what I'm saying. Like, that line, "There's a war going on outside no man is safe from, you can run, but you can't hide forever." If it's not just about the outside, it's a warning about what's going on inside of you. Most people will hear and think, politics, the streets, conflict in our world. But if you really sit with it and you let it hit you a little deeper, you realize that real war ain't out there. It's in here, right in your own mind, right in your own soul. Because, yeah, man, I get it. There's chaos out there. There's division, there's conflict, there's pressure. There's horrors that should not be happening, but they're happening in this experience. But the real truth is, the real war is the one that's inside your own mind. The war between who you've been told you are and who you really are. The war between fear and truth, between ego and awareness, between the conditioned self and the true self. And yeah, you can try to run from it. Lord knows I did try. I tried for 30 years, and I thought it was working, but it didn't, because you can try to run from it. You can try to distract yourself, chase pleasure, blame others, avoid the deeper questions. But the truth is, you can't hide forever. There's a war between the part of you that's scared, confused, playing all those roles to fit in, wearing that mask, and the part of you that knows who the hell you really are. That voice that keeps whispering to you when it's quiet, the one you've been avoiding for years, just like I did, that's your higher self telling you it's time to pick up your sword. Because you can numb it. You can keep scrolling, keep drinking, keep smoking, keep working yourself to death, trying to impress people who don't even like themselves in the first place. But sooner or later, that war, it's going to corner you. And when it does, you'll be forced to face the mirror. You'll lose something. You'll hit a wall. You'll wake up one day and just feel empty. And that's when it shows up, that war. And at that point, folks, all the running in the world won't save you. Because it's not something outside chasing you. It's you chasing the truth you've been avoiding inside the whole time. To survive, not just physically, but spiritually, you have to come to know yourself. You have to stop running and meet that war head on. Not with violence, but with honesty and with love, with presence, with awareness. It'll keep tapping you on the shoulder and you have to turn around and open your arms to it. Because in order to make it through this experience with any real peace, you've got to stop running. Take it from somebody who knows, folks. You've got to turn around and face what's been tapping you on the shoulder. And that means getting honest about your pain, your patterns, your stories, the things that define you. You've got to bring that all into the war. It means meeting yourself exactly where you're at, even if that place is messy, angry, hurt, or lost. You see, most people are trying to survive by pretending they're fine, but spiritually, that's suicide. You want to really survive? You want to live with some real strength and some inner peace? You got to know who you are, not who they told you you are. Not what some past trauma has turned you into, but the real you beneath all that. The you that was there before the pain, before the labels, before that noise. And look, I ain't saying it's easy, folks. It's a grind. Some days you're going to want to quit. But every time you stop and say, all right, let me see what's going on in my mind, you win a little bit of that war. You win a little piece of that war. And over time, those little wins in battle, they add up. You start moving different. You let go of the resisting and start moving with the flow. You don't get dragged into the drama. You don't sell yourself out just to be accepted by others. You walk into chaos and you ain't rattled because you already made peace within your own mind. Nothing outside of that can faze you anymore. That's the kind of survival I'm talking about. Not just making it to the end, but actually enjoying the experience while you're here. Folks, I'm here to tell you from personal experiences that knowing yourself is the only way out of this chaos. Once you see through the illusions that run your life, the war doesn't necessarily end, but you stop being a victim of it. You become the one who moves through it with clarity, not confusion, with peace, not panic, focused and determined. So yeah, there's a war going on outside, but the real one, the one you need to worry about, the one you need to fight, the one that you need to pick up your sword and go into, it's inside. And the only way out of it is through it. I love you all. Walk in light.